everyone, I am Madeline from Cutie Crochet, and today I want to show you how to crochet this bag. As this is my very first YouTube video, please be kind and leave some feedback down below in the comments. So for this tutorial you will need some fluffy yarn. I have used the Himalaya Dolphin Baby yarn. Then you will need a 4mm crochet hook, a measuring tape, some scissors, a darning needle, a handle for the bag. I bought these off of Amazon and I will link them in the description below. And optionally some snap buttons or a zipper to keep your bag closed. For the purpose of this video, I will use some orange cotton yarn so you can see the stitches better. The bag we will make is 5 inches in height and 5 inches in length, which is approximately 13 centimeters. To give you a quick overview of what we will be doing is that we will work our way up until here and then we will work across and then sew it all together. Okay, let's start crocheting. So first we will make a slip knot. Then put your hook in the loop and pull it all together. Now we're gonna chain until we reach the length of 5 inches. So we can lay out the measuring tape by the side and then keep chaining until we reach the 5 inches. So to make a chain, you will only need to pull the yarn through the loop on your hook. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you keep doing that until you reach the 5 inches. Okay, so now we have the 5 inches and we will add 2 more chains on top of the ones we just made. So add 1 and 2. Now we will make a half double crochet. So yarn over and insert the hook into the 3rd loop from the hook. So insert the hook, yarn over, pull through the loop, then yarn over again and pull through all of the loops. And that's how you make a half double crochet. And we will continue to make this into every single chain until we reach the end of the row. Okay, so now I've completed the row and this is what it will look like. From here on, we want to chain 2. So chain 1 and 2. This will help to make the edges look cleaner. Turn over your work and we want to do half double crochets again, but only into the back loop only, which you can see right here. This is the back loop. So yarn over. Insert your hook into the back loop of the next stitch. Yarn over, pull through the loop, get the yarn and pull through all of the 3 again. And then continue to do that into every single stitch of the row until you reach the end of it. Okay, so I've now completed the row and you can see that there is a ribbing effect happening. And this is what we want to achieve. So we will continue doing this row until we reach the 5 inches in length. So we will chain again 1 and 2, turn over, and then continue doing the half double crochets into the back loop only until we reach 10 inches in length. So here's an update on the fluffy yarn that I've been working on, and you can see the ribbing effect here also pretty well. So I have reached the 10 inches now, and what we want to do is we want to fold the piece and then we will sew the rest together. Here are the 2 sides that we will sew together. Okay, but first we want to secure the yarn so that it doesn't come undone. Chain 1, and then we will cut the yarn. Leave a long tail so that we have enough yarn to sew it all together. Okay, so now pull the yarn through the loop and it will be secure. Now grab your darning needle and insert the yarn. I like to kind of roll the yarn so it can go through the darning needle better, as it is fluffy yarn, as you can see. Now we will sew the sides together from here to here. Now put the sides in line with each other, and then we will sew them together from this to this, this with this, this with this, and so on. Now put your needle into the first chain and then go into the front loop only from the opposite chain. Like this, and then pull the yarn through. Then go into the next chains and repeat the process. Keep doing this until you reach the end. We have now finished sewing, so we want to hide the yarn and secure it. We will do that by just going through random stitches. Cut the yarn and hide it between the stitches. You can do that by just moving the stitches a bit, or just hide it with a darning needle inside the bag. Do the same with the rest of the yarn. And that's how you make the bag. We can now add the handle and put some applications on. As I already mentioned, I bought these off of Amazon and they have these little hooks, so I just need to put them on. You can leave the bag like that if you want to and add a zipper or snap buttons, or you can also put on some applications which I will show you how to crochet. So for the flower, you will need some white yarn or a color of your choice for the middle part. And we will start by making a magic ring. Here's the version I'm doing. So I'll wrap the yarn around my pinky finger, then around my index finger, and then around my thumb. Then grab your hook and put it underneath the yarn on your thumb. Grab the yarn on top here and pull it through. Chain 1 to secure. Now take the yarn off your finger. And that's how you do a magic ring. Now we will make 12 single crochets into the magic ring. So with the hook we go inside the ring, grab the yarn, pull it through, and then make a single crochet by just grabbing the yarn and pulling it through. We will repeat this until we have 12 single crochets in the ring. So this is the second one. And now the third. And so on. After doing the 12 single crochets into the magic ring, we take the short tail of yarn and pull it until the ring closes. This was the wrong one. And now, pull it. Make sure to pull it very tight. Now we will do a slip stitch into the very first single crochet that we did. So we go into the stitch, grab the yarn, pull it through the stitch, and then put it down as we are now doing the color change. So grab the color of your choice. I'm using orange again so you can see the stitches better. Grab the yarn as you would normally would. And then we want to yarn over the new yarn and pull it through the 2 loops on the hook. You can now cut the white yarn as we won't be using it again. Now chain 3. Now yarn over, go into the same stitch where we did the slip stitch. Grab the yarn, pull it through, and pull it up so you have 3 loops on your hook. Now yarn over and go through only 2 loops. Then yarn over again, go into the same stitch again and repeat doing that. And make sure to pull the yarn up. Now we have 4 loops on the hook and we will yarn over and go through 2 again. Repeat this one more time into the same stitch. We have now done 3 unfinished double crochets and we will continue to do 3 more into the next stitch. We have now 7 loops on the hook and we want to grab the yarn and pull it through all of them. After that, we will chain 3. And then we've done our first puff stitch. To secure the puff stitch, we want to slip stitch into the same stitch that we just worked in. Now chain 3 and into the next stitch we want to repeat what we just did. So it's 3 unfinished double crochets, and then into the next stitch, also 3 unfinished double crochets, and then pull through all of the 7 loops on the hook. Keep doing this until you reach the end of the row. When you've reached the end of the row, chain 1, then fasten off. If you want to sew them onto the back, leave a long tail, and if not, you can just cut it off and then glue it on with hot glue. That's what I prefer. Okay, let's start crocheting the beer. We will start by making a magic ring just like we did with the flower. Now crochet 10 single crochets into the magic ring. So 1, 2, 3, and so on. When you've reached 10 single crochets, you want to close the ring by pulling the short yarn tail. Now we want to close the ring by doing a slip stitch into the very first chain. Now chain 2. Now yarn over, insert the hook into the next chain, get the yarn, pull through, and now you have 3 loops on your hook. Now yarn over again, pull through 2 loops. Now yarn over again and pull through the remaining 2. Now make the same stitch into the next chain, and we will make an increase from now on. And by that I mean you will do this twice into each stitch until you reach the end of the row. So this was the first one, and now we will make a second one into the same stitch. Now close the row by making a slip stitch into the very first chain of the row. From now on we will make half double crochets. So yarn over, skip the first chain and go directly into the second one. Get the yarn, pull through, yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops on the hook. Now do the same into the next stitch, but do it 7 times. So this is the first one, then another one, and do 7 of them. Now skip the next stitch and make 2 slip stitches into the next 2 stitches. So 1 and 2. Now skip the next stitch and do 7 half double crochets again into the same stitch. This will be the second ear. Now skip the next stitch and do slip stitches into each stitch until you reach the end of the row. Now slip stitch into the very first chain of the row. Cut the yarn and hide it again, just like we did with the flower. For the muzzle, grab some white yarn and we will repeat the first row that we did with the beer. So make a magic ring and then make 10 single crochets into the magic ring. Now close the ring and make a slip knot into the very first chain of the row. Cut the yarn but leave some for sewing it on. Align the muzzle with the beer and put on your darning needle and sew around in a circle. Put your darning needle inside the first chain, then go through behind, and then from behind you want to go into the next chain to the front. Do this all the way around. Lastly, put your darning needle on and go through random stitches at the back to secure it. Then cut the yarn and fasten off. Now grab some black yarn to make the mouth and the nose. We will sew it on by making a triangle shape and fill that in, and then we will go down and make the mouth. Cut a long tail of yarn and put on your darning needle. Then start sewing from behind and make the triangle. Now fill in the triangle by going from left to right. Now go downwards from the nose. Then go from behind to the front to make the mouth. Perfect! Now, as you already know, put the yarn through random stitches at the back to secure and hide them. Then cut and fasten off. Lastly, we can put on some safety eyes. I have used 6mm ones for my yarn, but you can use whatever size you would like. Now for the last application, the heart, you will need to do a magic ring again. I will speed up the process as we've already seen this while doing the flower and the beer. Now chain 2. Now yarn over twice. Go into the magic ring, grab the yarn, pull through the ring, and now we have 4 loops on our hook. Then grab the yarn, pull through 2 loops, grab again, go through 2 loops again. Now grab the yarn again and go through the last 2 loops. This is called a triple crochet, and we will repeat this for 2 more times. Okay, now we've done 3 of them. Next, we want to do a double crochet. So yarn over, go through the magic ring, yarn over again. Now grab the yarn, go through 2 loops, and then go through 2 loops again. Repeat this for 2 more times. After we've done 3 in total, we want to do a chain, then a triple crochet, and then we've already done half of the heart. Now we will do the same thing but backwards. So chain 1, then make 3 double crochets, and then 3 triple crochets. Then close the ring by pulling the short tail of yarn, then chain 1, 2, and go into the middle and make a slip stitch. Pull the ring really tight, make 1 chain, cut the yarn and fasten off, and hide the yarn in between random stitches like we've already seen. Now you can sew or glue on the application that you prefer to do, and you can sew them on by just going around the border like I showed you with the beer and the muzzle. And you can add a snap button or a zipper to keep the back closed. And that's it for this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye!